Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Accounting for Real. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my home. So glad you can join me. So today I want to start out talking about content strategy. So let's talk about content strategy. Create a content strategy. So a content strategy is a structured plan where you create content, promote it, test it, learn, and optimize results when marketing messages are merged with um, a customer, are merged with what a customer wants, needs, and preferences. Customer needs, wants, and preferences. The results of a compelling content strategy. In other words, a content strategy. So in other words, you have your marketing strategy, you have your sales strategy, you have your distribution strategy, you have all types of strategies. You know, your marketing, your distribution, your digital strategy, digital marketing strategy, uh, whatever strategy you need, whatever strategy you feel is appropriate for you to try to recruit customers. So content strategy. In other words, you have it's a plan where you create your content, you promote it. In other words, what content are you going to create and promote? Your products and services. Those will be part of your content strategy. Your products, your services, your customer service. You want great customer service. You want to be able to do a little social media marketing, internet, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You want to try to recruit your customers through those social media marketing channels. It says yes, plan as a plan where you create content, promote it, test it. So in other words, once you create your content through your content strategy, then you want to promote it, test it. In other words, it's like when you create a product and you want to put it in the market, put it out in the market just to test it and see if you can get any reaction from customers. How well do the customers like the products that you put out, or even the services that you created? So that's content strategy. So in other words, if you have a content strategy and you feel that it's not working, so you might want to change. You might want to change your product. You might want to change over, and you might want to change services. You might want to what they call not recreate, but you might want to not enhance. You can enhance, and you can always, in other words, more. You want to create more products. You want to put more products out there, or you want to change products. In other words, you have products, you selling pocketbooks, jeans, t-shirts, and then once you put those out in the market, you might have a special type of jeans you want to sell in the market. So once you put them out there, and you don't get the reaction that you thought you would get from the customers, you can always change. You can change over and say, I want to put out a different line of products. Because those products that I put out in the market, I tested those products. I learned, and I looked at the results. I looked at the results after they were analyzed in the marketplace, and I don't think that those type of products would be appropriate for my business because I didn't get too much customer reaction. So that's what they call a content strategy. So I have my little, so that's what they call a content strategy. So then let's talk a little bit about a brand strategy. So let's talk a little bit about the brand strategy. So brand strategy, a plan using long-term goals that can be achieved with the evolution of a successful brand. The combined components of your company's character that make it identifiable, linked to all aspects of your business, and connected to consumer needs, emotions, and competitive environments. And it says purpose, consistency, flexibility, employee involvement. So in other words, Let's talk about brand strategy. It's a plan using long-term goals that can be achieved with the evolution of a successful brand. So in other words, you want to, evolution means evolve. Evolution is, in other words, your brand is coming forward, is coming out into the public. You're putting out into the public. You evolve in your company. You are evolving your brand. So in other words, it says, and also it says, achieve with the evolution of a successful brand, the combined components of your company's character that make it identifiable, linked to all aspects of your business. So in other words, when you create a strategy, a brand strategy, you want to link it to all aspects of your business. Your products, services, customer service, customers, employees, your logo, your colors, everything that uh, everything that's that's going to be related to your brand. In other words, you have to hire employees. You have to hire employees that appreciate your brand, know your brand, appreciate your work of your company, appreciate providing good customer service. So all that is part of your brand, because you don't want people to come in your business and say, oh, I came in there in the morning time or the evening, whenever I came in, and the people that work at the company, the employees, they were so nasty to me, and then I don't, I didn't feel like I want to come back to that business because they were so nasty to me, and they just they talked to me in a kind of way, and when I paid for my items, they just threw my stuff down on the table, before they rung it up, and then they threw it in the bag, and then they had a nasty attitude with me, and those were the employees. Those were the customer service representatives that brand hired. So you have to be careful with who you hire, because all those things are part of your brand. Yes, everything is related to your brand. Your products, your services, your brand. I mean your product, your services, all that is part of your brand. Your customer service, your employees, and then you want to have a nice product. You don't want, in other words, what if somebody come in and you selling computers or jeans or t-shirts or socks or shoes or whatever, and they have a problem, and then when they try to tell the company about the problem that they had, in other words, they got home, the computer didn't work, or they got home, the jeans had a hole in them. So you have to have those type of things. You have to have marketing plans in place also for returns. All that is part of your brand. So, and then it says, then you have the brand management. Brand management is the analysis and planning on how a brand is perceived in the market. So how is your brand perceived? Is it perceived as is it perceived as being a strong, uh, reliable, effective, efficient brand? Or is it a brand that nobody wants? So your brand image, all that is part of your brand, your company, your brand image, your brand assets, all that is related to your company. So your company, so when a customer come in and purchase, they're gonna look at everything. They're gonna look at everything about your company and your brand when they come in. Everything. They come in and your floor dirty, your floors are dirty, and uh, the bags that they put, in other words, they purchase something and then the customer service representatives they put their stuff in a bag that don't look like nothing. So all of that, everything, I can think of everything: your logos, your colors, your bags, customer service. You wanna check everything out and analyze every aspect of your business because all that is related to your brand. All that is related to your brand. Okay, and also it said developing a good relationship with the target market is essential for brand management. Tangible elements of brand management include the product itself, its look, price, and packaging. That's what I was just talking about. Putting it in the right packaging. So if they purchasing, somebody come in your company and they purchasing something and it don't look like nothing, and it's like, look, this did look like this online. this didn't look like this when I looked on your website, and I come in here and they put it in on, any kind of bag, and the product don't even look, like what it, supposed to look like. It don't look like what it looked like when I looked at it online. So in other words, say brand management. It said developing a good relationship with the target market. So in other words, your target market, your customers. Who are you targeting? Are you targeting 20-year-olds or 65-year-olds or college students? Are you targeting 30 to 80-year-olds, whoever you are targeting? Keep a track of them, keep an eye on your customers, keep an eye on your target market, because without your target market, you have no business. You have no business. That's just like when I was doing security. I was a security guard for a few years, and we had to. I worked at the convention center down here in Washington D.C. So a lot of those, not a lot, but I would say my supervisor, and we didn't have a manager at that time. They called him a supervisor. So we had two supervisors. And sometimes certain guards, they talk to them guards any kind of way, and I witnessed it. They talk to them any kind of way. How you gonna talk to the guards any kind of way? And we are the guards that's standing on these posts. It wasn't for them guards. It wasn't for the guards working those posts. You won't have no contract. You and I have a contract. You don't have a business. What if one day you have a contract that you have? In other words, when we did the security business, we had to oversee, like, people come from out of town. They may rent a booth, and they might have a little program or event set up. They have events set up in certain booths, and they come from out of town, some of them, and we have to watch their booth. See, their booth had a lot of. Sometimes they had laptops and books and bags and leather bags and stuff we had to watch. And then because they would be gone, uh, most of the time when we watched their assets, they would be gone and they would come back. So they needed, because they come into town, they may stay in hotels and stuff, and they may be in town for 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, or how many days? 9, 10, 11, 12 days sometimes, 13 days. So they would go to the hotel or wherever they, go out to lunch, or then they'll come back. But while they are out, we had to watch the assets that they needed those assets to do to complete their events. So if it wasn't for the guards, we were out doing security guard work at that time. So if it wasn't for us guards, it wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to fulfill those contracts. So that's what they mean when they say develop a good brand. Develop a good relationship with your target market. So develop a good relationship with your target market. So then it also say tangible elements of brand management include the product itself. So tangible elements are elements that you can put your hand on, you can touch. The tangible elements of brand management include the product itself, its look, price, and packaging. So how does it look? Is it priced appropriately for your customers? Because if it's not, customers are going to go to your competitors. So that's what they're going to do. They're like, this product don't look like I thought it was going to look. The price is too high. I don't like the way you have it. You're about to package it up. I don't like the way you're about to package this product up. I don't want this. I'm going over across the street to your competitor. So, and then I have the next one is, so this was just this was the brand strategy. Let's talk about the brand strategy. Okay, now let's talk about company marketing strategy. Let's talk about the company marketing strategy. Okay, marketing strategy, a plan of action designed to promote and sell a product or service. So it's a plan of action designed to promote and sell a product or service. A business's overall game plan for reaching prospective consumers and turning them into customers of the products or services the business provides. Know your target customer, research your competitors, choose your channels, break down your sales funnel, and create smart marketing goals. So in other words, plan of action designed to promote and sell the product or service. So what plan of action are you going to have for your marketing strategy? Are you going to use email marketing, billboard marketing, digital marketing? You going to market on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube? Another marketing strategy will be lower prices. I want to lower my prices, lower than my competitors. So that's a strategy for my customers, my consumers to come and shop with me as opposed to one of my competitors. Lower prices, convenient location. Sometimes you can have just discounts every week, sales every week. Because a lot of times your competitors are not going to have sales every week. I don't care if you can say, well, we got a 5% sale. We got a 5% sale for the first couple of weeks. Next 2 more weeks, we might have a 10% sale. So sometimes you gotta benchmark and find out what your other competitors are doing. So if you see your other competitors doing something, then you could be unique and say, hey, I want to create something special for my customers because I want my customers to be satisfied and I want them to come back. I want my customers to come back and I want my customers to come back and shop with me. I want my customers to come back and shop with me for my products. So then next we have, it says, business overall game plan for reaching prospective consumers and turning them into customers of the products or services the business provides. Know your target research your competitors, choose your channels, break down your sales funnel, and create smart marketing goals. So break down your sales funnels. So in other words, your sales funnels are, it's basically your sales funnels are strategies that you use to pull in customers. So you want to pull in customers. So when you want to pull in customers, you put them in your sales funnel. If you got a nice website and they look at your website, they might not want to purchase right away. But you have to find initiatives, strategies, plans to try to pull them in. So when you try to pull your customers in that way, so in other words, I get some coffee from 7-Eleven. Coffee from 7-Eleven. And so that's what that is. So your sales funnel is in other words, I'm going to try to create a strategy, a tangible strategy, something that my customers can put their hand on that will make them come on to my business. I might not win you over right away, but I'm trying to create a strategy so you know, so you can want to shop with my company. Because I know there are plenty of competitors out there that's offering the same products and services that I'm offering. In other words, a lot of competitors offering the same products and services you're offering. How are you going to win the customers over? How are you going to do it? How are you going to win your customers over and they can come to shop with you? So those are the things you think about when you are creating a sales funnel strategy. You got a sales funnel strategy, marketing strategy, sales strategy, digital marketing strategy. There's so many different strategies that you can create in your business. Okay, and this one is, let's talk about marketing and accounting's place and responsibilities in your corporation. So let's talk marketing and accounting place. Let's talk marketing and accounting place. In other words, then it says marketing is important because it helps to sell your products or services. The bottom line of any business is to make money And marketing is an essential channel to reach that end goal. So in other words, you're marketing your products. How do you market your products? Are you marketing your products with channels? Social media marketing? Are you presenting your products at events? You can go out to events and you got a table. Put your products down on the table. Put your products down on the table so your prospective customers can see exactly what you have. You got online digital marketing, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So, and it says marketing drives sales. Marketing drives sales. When they see their product, or you have a storefront, you have your products in your window. You have your products displayed in your window. You have a window over here. You have windows over here. You have windows back here. How are you marketing your product? Is your product, does it look good in the window to the customers? Are they going to see what you have on your display in your window and then just walk in and say, hey, I saw what you have displayed on the window, out on your window platform. I want to see what's percolating right here in your business. So then sometimes they may come on in. They're browsing online. You got a nice professional website set up. Your sales funnel. They might create some more customers for your sales funnel. Your creative, productive, beautiful looking website is flexible. They can go on your website and it does a whole lot. Now, if you have a website that can do a whole lot, it's very flexible. And so if it's flexible, it can, when they click on this button and do this, it can show a video. Click on this button, it can show how the product going look on them. If it's clothing, they can go in there and click and say, hey, I go in this area over here. When I click over here, I can see how the t-shirts or the jeans or whatever will look on me. That's the idea. They want to know how, it looks good on the mannequin, but how are these products going to look on me? So if you have a flexible website that can do all that and it's set up beautifully, you have a professional looking website, sometimes they can draw customers in too. And then low prices. Your price set right is at a convenient location. When customers ordering, free shipping and handling, and sometimes, hey, on this, I never seen any websites that you order from don't let you pay no taxes. Now, see, that would be a good one right there. Look, on this order, the holidays, no taxes on this product, and no shipping and handling. So you don't see too many of those type of things. So that is what we're definitely drawing new customers, keep the other customers coming back. So that's how they go with that one. And so, okay, I think that's all for the marketing. Okay, let's go. I want to talk about a term that some of you may be familiar with and some of you may not be familiar with. So in other words, I'll keep it in a business perspective. In other words, you're running a business and you're concerned about the area that you're going. You're concerned about the area that you want to conduct business in. So you're wondering, hey, wow, I'm looking around, I see a whole lot of vacant houses, vacant apartment buildings. They have broken windows, and homeless people, I don't see any right now, but they may try to get in some of these abandoned buildings and abandoned apartment complexes. So the whole complex might be not be abandoned, but it may have a couple apartments that's boarded up. So this term right here I learned at Strayer University when I was down there, and I learned this term right here is called broken windows theory. So this term right here called broken windows theory. So what the broken windows theory is, the broken windows theory is a criminological theory that states that visible signs of crime, antisocial behavior, and civil disorder create an urban environment that encourages further crime and disorder, including serious crimes. And it was proposed by a gentleman named James Q. Wilson and two gentlemen, James Q. Wilson and George Kelling, in 1982, that used broken windows as a metaphor for disorder within neighborhoods. And it says their theory, it links disorder and instability within a community to subsequent occurrences of serious crime. So in other words, it's a term that it was coined by these two men, and I think they first used it in New York City. So, but now I think law enforcement still use this theory, broken windows theory. In other words, you in a neighborhood, you say you want to put your business in that neighborhood, but you see a few buildings that they look, worn down, and the government or nobody have paid attention to them. Nobody paid attention to them, and people just going in and smoking weed and going in using drugs. It's basically creating a habitat for crime. That's what the broken windows theory is about. So in other words, it's like when you see somebody create a small crime, then law enforcement may think that may turn into a bigger crime. So that's why they feel that this term is still being used today. That is to law enforcement. It's to them it's very important because in other words, if you're riding down the street and you have you riding around with tags on your car that don't even match your car. To you it might be a small. To them it might be a small civil infraction, but to law enforcement it's like a small crime that could lead to a bigger crime. They're like, oh, well, she riding down there, or he riding down there with the tags that don't even match the car. To them it's a crime, but to you it's like, if I can get away with it, I just need to go to the grocery store and get my groceries. So, but to them it's a crime. So that, and if you could be, say for instance, you smoking a little weed and you smoke a little bit, you say, well, all I had is a few little crumbs. But to them, if they catch you with it, it's still a crime to them. In other words, they feel if you smoking a little bit of weed and they catch that, they figure that could you might be ready to commit another crime, which is on a larger scale than just that little small crime. So that's why a lot of laws have been changed when it comes to having and possessing a small amount. I think it's 2 ounces of the 2 ounces or something, but that is talking about, I guess that's in your home. But so so it's always good to read up on those laws when it comes to that. So that's what they call it, broken windows theory. A small crime to you might seem, oh, that ain't nothing, that blah blah blah. But see, they want to catch every crime. They don't care how small it is. It can be a dime, it can be a crumb. But to them, it can lead to lead to a larger crime, and they don't want to see that happen. They're trying to keep the neighborhood safe. So that's what they call the broken windows theory. So, broken windows theory. Yeah, so in other words, a small crime leads to a bigger crime. And it doesn't really have to be, in my opinion, it don't have to be a crime. It can be, you can just run a stop sign. Your mind is somewhere else, and you ran a stop sign. They can pull you over for that, and they figure she ran a stop sign. What else we don't know what else she might do. She ran a stop sign. She ran a red light. She turned on, and she made a left on a red light instead of making a right on a red light. See, all that is small incidents, but they feel that might turn into a larger crime, because if you do that, you might do something else. So let's get off of that one. So I have another one. Let's talk about our Fourth Amendment rights. let's talk about our Fourth Amendment rights. So, Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath of affirmation. And it was added to the Constitution December 15, 1791. It protects from unlawful searches and seizures, meaning that the police can't search you. They can't search you or your house without a warrant or probable cause. Right? The people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. So, in other words, they can't search you or your house unless they have probable cause. See, probable cause means that's the reason. In other words, they have to have some type of reason to search, you know. And then when they do search, if they do search and they have a search warrant, the search warrant has to specify the area to be searched, room to be searched, all that it will be specified in the search warrant. So in other words, they don't have probable cause. They can't search you, your house, or your car. We got probable cause. And probable cause, like I said, when they look at the broken windows theory, that's what they look at. That's what's going to give them that probable cause. But they like, oh, I poured him over. I poured her over. I smelled a little weed. That's probable cause right there. That's probable cause right there when it comes to the broken windows theory. Because, in other words, you probably they didn't see any weed in your car, but they smelled it because you probably if you finished, you just got through smoking. And when they pulled you over just for a basic traffic stop, and they smelled it. And that can give them probable cause to say, hey, I'm going to need to search your car. You know, but if they have to ask you, you got to think about it. I have a choice to say no. But you don't want to give them the probable cause, so that's what that is on that one. So in other words, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and warrants shall issue but upon probable cause. Yep, supported by the oath of affirmation. Okay. Let's look at the Fifth Amendment. Okay, the Fifth Amendment protects individuals from being forced to incriminate themselves. You can refuse to give testimony against yourself, and the Fifth Amendment is double jeopardy, so you can't be tried twice for a crime. Double jeopardy laws are included. That's double jeopardy in the Fifth Amendment. In other words, it protects individuals from being forced to incriminate. So that's the Fifth Amendment. So in other words, Fifth Amendment, you have a right to remain silent. In other words, if you dealing with a case, you don't have to testify against yourself because you don't have to incriminate yourself. So you have a choice. A lot of times lawyers don't want you to get up there and speak on your own behalf anyway, because they feel you might incriminate yourself. So that's the Fifth Amendment. So I don't want to testify for fear of self-incrimination, double jeopardy laws, and here's another one here, Miranda rights. So our Miranda rights, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So where did the Miranda rights come from? Okay, the Miranda rights came back in the day. I think it was 1966. 1966. It was a gentleman named, and that's his name, Ernesto Miranda. So he was arrested. See, Ernesto Arturo Miranda. He was a laborer, and he was arrested. They convicted him for kidnapping, rape, and armed robbery based on his confession. But they arrested him based on his confession, but they forgot to read him his rights. They didn't read him his rights, so That's where the Miranda rights came from. That case is in the you go on the internet. It's still on the internet. So I do a lot of my research right there. And I learned about this gentleman anyway in Australia University because I took a business law class, so I already knew about it. I already knew where the Miranda rights came from. So his name was Ernesto Arturo Miranda. So, but the Supreme Court overturned his conviction, but he died, I think, in 19. I think I wrote it down. I know he died, I think, in 79, I believe. So I don't know if he was. I think he eventually got locked up for something else. And they say I think he died in 1979. So that's Miranda. That's the Miranda rights. So let's talk about one more amendment. Okay, let's talk about the Sixth Amendment. Sixth Amendment guarantees the rights of criminal defendants, the right to an impartial jury, and the right to know who your accusers are and the nature of the charge and evidence against. So in other words, due process guarantees the rights of criminal defendants. Due process is basically they have to allow you a fair trial. So that's due process. Guarantee the right of criminal defendants, the right to a lawyer. You have a right to your lawyer. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to evoke the Fifth Amendment rights. Remain silent until your lawyer is present. The right to an impartial jury and the right to know who your accusers are, the nature of the charge and evidence against you, and then due process. So that's it for the terms. So let's look at a couple. Let's look at a couple of accounting transactions. Let me see. And I have one. Okay, let's look at a couple of. Let's look at a couple of. Alright, let me get an ink pen real quick. Okay. Okay, let's look at a couple of transactions. So, first transaction we have is prepayment on the building, prepaid insurance, and we have investing $100,000 in my business. Okay, let's look at prepayment on the building. Prepayment on the building. So it's a prepayment on the building. So what we want to do, let's say prepay rent. Prepayment on the building. Let's just say $2,000. Prepayment $2,000. Prepayment on the building. Prepayment on the building with cash So let's say we have cash, 2,000. So prepaid rent on a building or debit prepaid rent and credit cash. Prepaid insurance, prepaid. So what if we have prepaid insurance on account? Prepaid insurance on account payable. Prepaid insurance. So we have prepaid insurance. So prepaid insurance. When debit prepaid insurance 5,000. Same for prepaid insurance. We cover assets. So debit prepaid insurance. The same prepaid insurance on account 5,000. Say prepaid insurance. When debit prepaid insurance and credit on accounts payable. What does that mean? So let's look at investing 100,000. Say my business is Cheryl's Technology LLC. So Cheryl's Technology LLC and Cheryl's Technology LLC, and I have I want to invest 100,000 in my business. Cheryl's Technology 100,000, and I invest 100,000 in my business. So it would be Cheryl. Give me another marker real quick. So it says Cheryl's. And that's 100,000 in business. So what I want to do, I want to take cash 100,000, and then I want to bring it over here to owner's equity 100,000. And debit my cash account 100,000, and then I want to credit owner's equity 100,000. And then also for the Cheryl's Technology. Cheryl's Technology. I bought a truck. Because I had to do business. I bought a truck. I had to get around because I had to pick my supplies up. And I have some employees that that's driving the truck. That's their job. That's their job responsibility. They're riding and around in the truck, company truck, and they had to pick the products up. They had to pick my inventory up. So I bought this truck, 10,000 cash. So I bought this truck 10,000 cash. So in other words, I would go for, I can say equipment and equipment 10,000 for the truck become an asset. And it came out of cash. So bought the truck and I'm gonna debit my equipment account and I'm gonna credit my cash account. So yep. Bought a truck. And the first one I had was invest 100,000 in my business. I debit my cash account, credit my owner's equity account. So let's do a couple more. Okay, the next one, okay, also, we'll do 9,000. Another one, we'll do 9,000 for the business budget council. I just told, okay, we'll do 9,000 for the business. So what I would do, I would debit the withdrawals account and I would debit withdrawals 9,000 and the withdrawals account. I mean, I guess I would go with owner's equity with my second account transaction. I will debit owner's equity 9,000 and debit the withdrawals account 9,000. And then also bought office supplies. I bought office supplies on account. So office supplies on account. If I bought office supplies on account, so I bought office supplies on account. I'm definitely going to credit accounts payable. I'm going to credit accounts payable because I bought it on account, and it can come out of cash too. Credit cash and credit accounts payable. Because I bought it on account, and when I bought it on account, it still had to come out of my cash account. So then another one I bought this truck, especially the last 5 years. So I paid $50,000 for this truck. So in other words, to calculate depreciation, I paid $50,000 for the truck. I will divide 50,000 by 5 first, and whatever total I get with that, I'll take that, and then I would have to divide it by 12, and that'll give me my monthly depreciation. So that'll give me my monthly depreciation. So to put that in the T account, and in accounting terms, I would debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation for the truck that I purchased. I think that was one more. The last one. Purchased equipment for 3,000 cash. Purchase equipment for 3,000 cash. So if I purchase equipment, that's going to be a credit to cash because I have to take $3,000 out of the cash account. I want to debit my cash account 3,000 because I paid 3,000 for the equipment. And since I paid 3,000 for the equipment, I'm gaining an asset. Equipment is an asset, so I want to debit my equipment account, and I want to credit my cash account 3,000. I want to debit my equipment account 3,000. So that's the last transaction. That's the last accounting transaction. So, class, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for joining me today, class. I want to say thank you for joining me today, class, and I hope to see you back here, same place, same time, same channel. And I'm gonna get with my lunch right about now. This right here, I have smoked turkey, monterey jack cheese, or wheat bread. So I purchased this before, and I got this right from my local 7-Eleven. It was real good. So I want to try it again. So, and first and foremost, or actually at the end of my presentation, my song playing in the background. I wrote it, I'm singing it, I picked the beat for it, and that's my first song. I have a second song, and I'll be doing more music, so look out for it. I'll be doing more music, putting it on my channel, and I want to do some videos too of me working in my studio while I'm making my songs, picking my beats, writing my songs, recording my songs, and so I want to get ready to get down with this turkey sandwich that I purchased. So what it is very, I bought it before, so it's it has oats. Oats on the bread, turkey, cheese, and everything. Mhm. I get this party started. So class, I'm gonna say thank you for joining me today. And appreciate you and hope you learned something from these debits and credits and these transactions. And I like to always introduce some terms before I do my, the accounting tutorials. Some terms that you might not have heard of, or you may have heard of them, but I'm trying to find terms sometimes that, interesting. Sometimes, I try to find terms that educational, interesting, and terms that are vital to us and our learning. So, um, it's very important. So terms that are vital to us, to our learning, to our education. Because you never know when you're going to need these terms. In my last video, I did, I just got interested, I brought forward, some little programming, some little programming, tutorials. And, programming, that's a good subject to be into. That's a very good program. That's a very good subject to be in program. Learning about your own programs. So in other words, the instructions, you get a computer. So the computer can calculate. Computer can read the instructions. So, okay, class, I think I'm going to end on this note today. And I'm so thankful for joining me. And I will see you on my next video. Be sure to join me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so I can bring you great content. If you have any ideas, what type of content I can provide on my channel, feel free to comment below, subscribe below, and I'll be glad to make a look at your ideas. So until then, I want to say thanks for joining me. I'll see you back here, same place, same time, same channel. And you all have a good one.